Welcome back to the Metro Detroit Netrunner Regional from August 17th. This is the fifth and last game. This is the grand finals, game number two. Um, Tim on the left, that's me playing AgInfusion, and this is our second match. This is my second match against Dan. He's playing with Hayley. So as you can see, first I want to apologize. We were in the pub, as I mentioned earlier, and I think so in the pub they dim the lights for the later part of the evening, and uh, I think we also somehow bumped the camera, so this is a very poor quality video, unfortunately. Um, Playing AgInfusion, went for Celebrity Gift first turn. Hayley is able to start off with Proco and Cotty Jones and loads Cotty. So he has a pretty fast start. I think I have one ice on R&D. Yeah, let's see. So I'm going to try to describe exactly what is happening so that you don't have to guess as much on what those cards are. Looks like I'm installing ice on HQ. I think I have a few agendas in hand already, but not enough to start pushing in a remote and exposing what I have in HQ. Dan's able to set up a Beth as well. See, I think I'm looking for some more ice. I did keep this hand. I'm not sure if Dan kept it as well, so it should be pretty decent. It's not as fast as I'd hope with this deck. Let's see, Dan's just setting up. So I do set up for a remote play with an ice and something on a remote, but it's not advanced, so it's likely a Rashida or probably an upgrade like Batty. Can't quite see what that card he installed is, unfortunately. I think I do remember that he does get clone chips and SMCs early on, so I think I need a little bit more ice to defend it. So I double advance it, so maybe it's just counting on that. Maybe I'm trying to push Obokadas are the 3-pointers in my hand, so it could be an Obokata or an NGO in that remote. I want to start baiting him to that, and because he has a very fast economic start. Okay, now there's the SMC there. So with Shaper, it's tough. Okay, so he goes for the stem hack. If I remember this turn, this is probably one of the more critical turns. I think I'm deciding on what I want to do with this run. He has stem hack, and he has a way to. All right. Okay. I think that was an Obokata that pushed off. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Okay, so Dan's setting up some more. There's a clone chip. Maybe that he was just discarding a stem hack at the end of a turn, showing it. Or maybe I just let him through and noticed that it was an Obokata that he couldn't steal without losing the game and left it there. But he didn't install anything with his SMC without knowing what the ice was. So I think at this point I do have an Obokata in my score area. I'm sorry that it's a very tough game to make out and understand. So I think I want to set up a lot of ways to end the run and also move him over so that try to tax Dan on his clicks. All right, looks like this probably has a Aesop's. It looks like it's a Parisia. Okay, I think this is the stim hack play I was remembering is a pretty critical one. If I remember correctly, I think I have a border control in the first position, so I could use it now, or I could let him use up stim hack and install whatever he sees. So I'm checking out the total ice cost there. So I think I might, okay. Okay, that is the border control, but I don't use it right away. I think I'm making him get lady and stuff. It might have been on review. Might have been smarter just to use it there and not give him the 9 credits. So he does have corroder. It's the altar corroder that he installs. I don't think I'm taxing him too much on economy to get through the server. Okay, and he uses clone chip. So I did pass priority back after resing that. Okay, so using clone chip in that same window to get another SMC and install something else. It looks like that's an Angolo, so he has, this is before, this is most wanted list 3.3, so Angolo is not restricted. And then now he has another breaker for any other possible ice there if he has the credits for it. And I'm not taxing him too much on the credits, so he was able to, I think, only spend 2 real credits and install those 2 breakers. And I don't res the second piece of ice. And I think it might have been a Navi. So this was specific tech against Shaper. If it was a Surfer, AgInfusion, that's a tough matchup I found is Surfer against AgInfusion. I did get rid of, does lose as an RDI. And Navi was in theory helpful against that. It could also be helpful against SMC and stuff, but I didn't really hit any ice that really hurt him. I don't think I had the credits. If I had like an Anansi or something else on that remote, it looks like, I think that's another Parisia, just probably father for Aesop. So I think he also has Kadi, Beth, Proco, and Aesop's ready to go. So he had a really good start. I have a decent start with some economy cards, so I'm bouncing back up with another celebrity gift. So I think at this point I'm feeling all right, but I think I'll, realizing with 2 of the 3 breakers already set up, my remotes aren't that secure, so that really makes it tough to defend. It's not expensive for him to try to get in. I think I'm pushing there. It might be a baddie or a Rashida or an agenda that'll take an extra turn to get through. We'll see if he's thinking about that. So I think he's just setting up for Proco. Has a few credits, but it's hard to make out exactly how many credits. I think I have around 13 credits. So I think a stack of 5, a 5 credit piece, and 3 singles there on the second stack. Looks like another clone chip maybe there in the hardware row. Doesn't seem like he's interested in contesting that remote. It looks like Akamatsu mem chip. I don't have any agendas that are just 3 advanced. There's no Philotic in this, or the new 2-3 agenda from Downfall. Okay, so I do go for a double advance. Still could be an NGO. I've been trying this advancement pattern because a lot of times no one's interested in contesting a not advanced remote. And then you can go for the double advanced. And looks like I have 12 credits there. I think Kadi has a few credits at this point. He's selling the Parisia, so now he's got plenty of credits. Also has access to StimHack. I think he was running several of those, 2 or 3 probably. Looks like a diesel at this point, drawing up in case it is an Obokata. Okay, and then he's going to click 3. So I can boop him, and I can, okay, so it wasn't an Anansi in that remote. I mean, is the innermost ice. So I could have ended a run once, and I could force him somewhere else. I think that was an NGO, because I'm getting credits at this point. So a good way to tax his credit. And now I could possibly use up that border control and then have an Anansi as the outermost ice, and any other runs could be pretty expensive. I think he has Nanotech as his Sentry Breaker. I don't know if that's out or if he's just using Ngolo to break sentries at this point. So it did cost him a little bit, but. And the other thing is, I think his console is turntable, or optionally a turntable or astrolabe, as we've seen some Hayley lists do. I think I remember at one point he does install turntable, so that might be already out on the board. So I'm going for another install double advanced play. This time it might be an agenda. Let's see if he's gonna try to get through that again. Could make him go through it a couple times. Unfortunately, with the install double advanced play, I don't have an unrezzed ice to tax a click. Okay, so he breaks through it all, still has some credits. Okay, so it looks, I think it's another NGO, so he's definitely spending money there. Okay, there's a turntable install. So it might have been a clone chip there to just next to it in a turntable. Fortunately, I can't see a lot of the play area. Okay, so I'm putting something else in the remote, and looks like an upgrade as well. So it looks like if you want to, and an advance, if you want to get through it again, I think that might be a baddie. So you'll have to break through an anti 3 times. Okay, so he's going pretty early on the turn. Yeah, and I have 15 credits, so he does have a 5th click, so that Beth is definitely useful in this matchup. Okay, so he breaks through all the way. And it looks like we do have a baddie. Okay, and I bid incorrectly in this case, so that was unfortunate. So I think we both went for 2 this time. So it doesn't take him as many runs through that remote to get through it. Okay, so he's going to go again. I think he probably has enough to break it again. I'm not sure if I'm deciding on anything at this point. Or maybe he's running somewhere else. Okay. Okay, I think he's letting it fire, thinking it's not an avocado with one advancement on it. So probably a good play on his part in deciding whether, oh, okay, so I think I was resolving the first subroutine of, okay, so we resolved the first subroutine of rearranging R&D. So I don't think he has a second century breaker, like a real century break. I think he's just relying on Ngolo. Okay, so he does find a timely public release, but I think he's swapping it for the Obokata, which makes it really tough, not really earning that Obokata a good spot. So I'm down to 2 points at this point. He has the Obokata, so he's up ahead. Okay. I think we're deciding on what the click was. How many clicks he's used up so far. I think he had a 5th click for um, from Beth, but I think he might have used Kadi in this turn to be able to get through there. Okay, let's see if I have another ice and agenda or some other way to bait him. This is a good window for it, I think. Still have quite a bit of credits. And I think each time, or nearly every time, he's contested my remote. So I keep forcing him to pay through Anansi and use up his Ngolo. Probably be my best chance in this game. I do have celebrity gifts. I'm showing him. Okay, it looks like I have a couple of agendas there. I have a NISEI and another timely public release. I do have a preemptive there. So now HQ is a little bit more enticing, I think. I don't have enough ice. That remote does not feel great, and he does know what ice there is. So at this point, HQ may be the way he wants to attack. It would be a really good way, me be in a better position to have that Anansi on the outermost to boop him there, and also to force him to go through it and run it again if I take him away from the remote with an ice behind it. Okay, so it doesn't look like I think he just took a turn to set up. I think I might have put in a 3rd ice there. I might be going for some way to score that one of those agendas. So I install something in that remote. I don't see if I advanced it. All right. Now he's going for HQ, and that looks like a Miraju. So I think I was feeling a little bit better about HQ, although being a little bit flooded. I think I still want to keep an agenda there and make sure that he's not able to do it. I hope I don't. My hope there is that not to draw into another agenda. I want to decrease the concentration of agendas in HQ. Okay. I draw and I'm shuffling. And it's going to access. All right, doesn't look like it's an agenda. You got. Okay. Okay. All right. It does look like he's going towards R&D and was able to see a NISEI. So I think he has a couple of RDIs at this point. So now he's on game point. Any agenda he steals would be the game. So trying to make him go towards the remote, but I think his play now is on R&D. So I'm advancing that one, but if he's getting a couple of accesses each turn and can make me shuffle with Miraju, just probably easier to keep getting accesses on R&D. I'm not sure if I have enough ice there to dissuade him from just hitting centrals. Okay, he's drawing up, hoping to be able to. I think he may have enough for Obokata. Okay, sure, gamble. And he's going towards R&D. A few things to trash. And then he gets the Nisei, and Dan is the champion. So thanks for coming out.